Ready. Play.
Someone else who probably wasn't thrilled to see Svitolina so early in her section in Auckland was Raducanu, who got her comeback after not playing since May and having double wrist and ankle surgery all at the same time, more or less.
Rough.
Yeah, she said apparently she had to like ride around into this kind of weird Segway type thing with her knee on like a stand.
I saw
like
that. I saw a picture of it. I
a
thought
scooter type thing. Yeah, that just looked very awkward and inconvenient to live your life on. But yeah, I guess obviously British tennis fans went a bit mental the first couple of days, and we were very excited. And I thought Emma acquitted herself very, very well in that tournament. Just losing to Svitolina the way she did, I don't think she really had match points. Yes, she was up a break and a tie, mini break and a tie break. That doesn't mean very much, to be honest, especially how early she got that mini break. It was only 3-1. I think she showed the level that we kind of expected her to show when she was having a good day, sort of in the couple of years after the US Open. And looked like she's having a time of her life.
I think in a perfect world, we don't live in one, but if Emma could create her perfect world, I think she would look back on the past year or so as kind of like a reloading phase, and hopefully she can look back on the surgery she had as more things she did in the earlier part of her career to make sure that maybe the latter part of her career, or the second half, or however you want to put it, is better from a health standpoint. Because I really do think that's the major thing, one of the major things that is holding her back from playing that top 10 level tennis that we saw in 2021 and parts of 2022. In Auckland, her opening match against Elina Rus. I'm in my own head about name pronunciations at the top of the year, so forgive me. But she equipped herself nicely, got a win, which is always a good feeling when you're getting back on the court after a long layoff. And then the Svitolina match, I think, is an early contender for match of the Aussie swing on the women's side for sure. It had great point construction. Raducanu specifically showed me a dynamic part of her game that I had never really paid attention to or seen, which was great hands in the forecourt. Like, a lot of points that she won was because of her hands at the net, volley skills, taking the ball on early. And she's still a really good watch. I just want to see more sustained health. And just the benefits of that could be on the court could be great for her, because if she's healthy and can stay the duration of a couple of matches in a row, it builds momentum and confidence. So yeah, I hope the best for her.
Yeah, I wish I had the same. I think a healthy Emma Raducanu, who finds the kind of level she produced when she first kind of burst onto the WTA tour at Wimbledon and then the US Open in 21, and certain tournaments in 22, even 23. I thought she was playing good tennis in Indian Wells last year until she ran to Swiatek. I think that it can only be good for tennis, regardless of how well she does. She is going to bring some great tennis for us to enjoy and make competitive matches, like with the Svitolina one.
She has watchability. I use that term on Twitter.
It's like I could think of three other very, very exciting Raducanu matches that I've seen, which is that US Open final with Fernandez. Love that match. I wish it. I mean, it was a lot less stressful for British fans because it was straight sets, but it didn't feel straight sets.
It was
even
tense
watching the replay, it doesn't feel straight sets. There was that match that she had to retire from against Daria Saville, I think, in Guadalajara. That was stupidly long, but it was brutal tennis. And then there was that Linda Noskova round one and Roland Garros in 22.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, that was great, that match.
Yeah, that was a really, really good one. I remember watching most of that match and being impressed. Even though it was a scrap, I was impressed by Emma's ability to scrap, which I feel like is something that doesn't get talked about much. When she's healthy enough to take the court and she's really in these battles, she has a really good fighting spirit about her. And the dynamic part of her game, the ability to take the ball early and just have clean strikes on it, is a tough match for a lot of people. So yeah, hopefully this is just the beginning of a good comeback season for Raducanu.
Yeah, that'd be good. I mean, here's a question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which of these three players do you think is most likely? I'm not going to say any of them are probable by any means, but which of these three players do you think is most likely to win a second Grand Slam? Emma Raducanu, Sofia Kenin, or Bianca Andreescu?
I can't say all of them.
I mean, they're pretty even, right?
Yeah, I think if either one of them do it again, it's going to be a huge moment because they've had such valleys amidst their peaks, which were winning those Grand Slams. So I think if I have to put a ballot or name in the fire, I actually think I would go with Sofia Kenin.
Okay.
A little tepidly, but I would go with Sofia Kenin just because I feel like of the three, she's the highest ranked now. She's not that far off from a seed in the near future at a Grand Slam, and she has a level of consistency in her game, just a hair better than what I've seen from Raducanu and Andreescu in the past 2 or 3 seasons. It's still a far ways away from where her 2020 level was when she won the Australian Open. But of the three, I would be least surprised if Sofia Kenin wins a major in the next year or two, given all she's gone through. Yeah,
that would make sense. And like, she looks like she's making really good progress, right? We saw that the Guadalajara semis, like back end of last year, a couple of other good results. And also Kenin does probably have the less injury concerns of the three. I know she was out for a bit, but there was a lot of other stuff going on there.